One UI 8.5 is slowly taking shape, and every new leak gives us a better look at how Samsung wants to refine the experience on its upcoming Galaxy devices. The latest leaked build, found on a Galaxy S25 test firmware, reveals a small but highly requested change, something that will make the interface look cleaner and more organized for millions of users. And yes, it's all about the dual SIM network icons. For a long time, Samsung users who run two SIM cards have seen two separate signal bars in the status bar at the top of their phones, one for SIM1 and one for SIM2. It works, but it also takes up extra space, clutters the top of the screen, and breaks the clean look of the UI. This has been one of the most common complaints from people who use dual SIM mode daily. But now, with the most recent One UI 8.5 leak, Samsung is finally changing that. Instead of two separate icons, the status bar shows a single, unified network reception icon. This one icon combines the signal information from both SIM cards, and the result is a much cleaner, more polished look. This small change has a surprisingly big impact on the user experience. The status bar feels less crowded, especially on devices with camera hole cutouts near the top of the screen. When you only have one icon instead of two, everything sits more naturally. It looks more balanced, more modern, and more consistent with other elements of the interface. The new design also aligns Samsung more closely with what Apple already does on iPhones that support dual eSIM. iOS has shown a single network icon for both connections for years. Naturally, some people will say Samsung is copying Apple, but honestly, this is more about good UI design than anything else. If something works well and makes the interface cleaner, it makes sense to adopt it. One UI 8.5 is shaping up to be a big refinement step for Samsung. Even though the official release is still months away, every leaked build has introduced subtle design upgrades across the system. Earlier leaks revealed changes to the quick panel, animations, icons, and parts of the settings interface. Now this dual SIM change adds another layer of polish. It's also worth remembering where this started. Back in September, the first major One UI 8.5 leak came from the Galaxy S25 Ultra's internal firmware. That early build already showed Samsung working on a refreshed look for the entire OS. Since then, each new leak has confirmed that One UI 8.5 is not just a small update, it's a careful visual overhaul. This unified network icon fits perfectly with that direction. One UI has always focused on clarity and simplicity, and this change embraces both. When you have limited space at the top of your phone, every pixel matters. Cleaning up the status bar creates room for other icons, reduces clutter, and helps the overall layout breathe. Of course, because these are leaked builds, nothing is final yet. Samsung could tweak the icon further or adjust how it displays dual SIM information. But considering how long users have requested this, and how clean the new design looks, there's a good chance it will make it into the final version. For now, all we can do is follow the leaks and watch how One UI 8.5 evolves. Samsung usually reveals major software features a few weeks before the launch of its next flagship phones, and with the Galaxy S25 series coming soon, the timing lines up perfectly. If you're curious about the other visual and functional changes coming with One UI 8.5, there's already a lot to see. So while this update might seem small, it's part of a bigger picture. Samsung is polishing One UI to feel lighter, cleaner, and more modern. And for dual SIM users, this is the kind of change you feel every time you look at your screen. Sometimes, it's the little things that make the biggest difference.